Hey guys, welcome back to Terrafirmagreg. Last episode we made this wonderful clean room back here, and we did that so we could get some EV circuits. And the reason we need EV circuits is for our freezer, so that we can get some hot ingots cool down real fast. So that's what we're going to work on today, and hopefully we'll get farther than we did last time and not run into so many problems. So let's get to it. All right, so we got clean room here, got that done. Very good. Vacuum freezer requires 3 the EV circuits. So let's go over to our storage, check it out. Okay, so the only thing we're missing is the frost-proof aluminum machine casing. Okay, cool. How do you make that? Bunch of aluminum. Oh, and an aluminum frame, which you need a bunch of aluminum. Some aluminum rods. We need 8 of those. Okay, now that we got that, we can go ahead and make the frames. Okay, perfect. And then in order to make this, we're going to need 6 plates. Okay, cool. And in fact, we're going to need a whole bunch of that because that is the main structure block is this frost-proof aluminum machine casing. So we might as well just make a whole bunch of those if we can. Okay, now we should be able to do it. Okay, great. Okay, we got some of this frost-proof aluminum casing. Of course, we need 1 of those, so I'm going to put that back in so we can make sure we can grab everything we need. Okay, good. Open that up. We should be able to make a vacuum freezer. All right, good. So we've got vacuum freezer. We've got some of this frost-proof casing, but we're going to need a lot more of them, of course. Plus all the other bits and bobs, the inputs and hatches and whatnot. So let's get all that together. Okay, I think I have everything I need. So let's go build that freezer. And I think we're just going to build it on the end here. Might as well. These pipes are kind of in the way. I would like to build right where these pipes are, but maybe we just build to the side of the pipes. So, for instance, we'll have like there and here. So this will be the footprint. Yeah, that looks good. Now, if we want, we could bring the power up right to there. Just like that. And we got the cable here, so, I mean, we might as well just bring it over like that, and then bring it over like this. Okay. So now what we can do is bring it like this, bring it up, and then grab the energy hatch. Stick the energy hatch right on top of there. Whoa. Why does that go the wrong direction? That's so weird. There we go. It's got energy. Perfect. There's the output bus. And we'll just stick it, I guess, right here. So, just like that. Perfect. Just go with a standard here where we got the 1 crate. And then we've got the fluid packager and the regular packager on either side. So like right here, we've got the fluid packager. So let's get the input hatch. Oh, that's right. There could be multiple fluids. I forgot about that. We could do a fluid there and a fluid on top, like so. Okay, then we can take a fluid pipe and hook it up like this, maybe. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll see. And, oh, but we have to have a packager. I forgot. In that case, then we could actually stick a crate on the top. So grab that crate and there it is. Stick the crate right there. Then we could take fluid packager and pass it down. We're gonna have pipes attached to there and there, like this. Yep, then we can put the packager on top. Okay, let's rotate it. Okay, so that should be going down. That is connected. So that should flow down into those. Okay, cool. And if we grab the input bus, we can put it right there. Yeah. And then take the packager, stick it right there. I think that'll work. Means we need to grab the frog. We're going to stick it right there like that. Let's say, okay, cool. And this frog is going to be called the vacuum freezer. Oh, and I spelled that wrong. Yeah. Vacuum, VAC. That's one of those words that is just strange. Vacuum. I mean, doesn't that look weird? That looks weird. But it's how you spell it. Vacuum freezer. So it'll come down. We still need the conveyor modules to go in on either side. Like that and like that. Make sure that they're exporting. Yes. And yes. Okay, cool. That should do. And then, of course, we've got to have the actual vacuum freezer, which has to go right here. And I think, let's see what else we have. Maintenance hatch. We got the output right there. That output is just going to go into packager and then a frog port right next to it. Yeah. Just like that. Frog port on top. Like that. And you are send only. You do that cute little trick where you have the clipboard, and I think this has, yeah, it's got storage on it. You just click it, bing, it says storage. So you don't actually have to have the sign on there. And where do we want this maintenance hatch? Should we just put it on top like that? Sure. Okay, then we just got to fill in the rest with those blocks, right? Yeah, I think that's all. That's all we got left. You do have to leave the center free, so make sure we do that. And then I think this is done. Yes! Okay, now we just gotta do some maintenance. Okay, normal stuff. Make sure we get the wire cutter out this time and click it. Okay. Maintenance is fine. It's formed, it's got power. I think we're good to use it. Well, that has to be powered, that's right. Okay, so we do need to go under here and power this right there with a redstone block. Okay, don't want to forget that. Alright, cool. Now I think we're ready to go. Okay, I think most of the recipes that we're using right now don't use liquid in the vacuum freezer, but there is a possibility that you do. So to test it, we can come over here, and we've got our hot ones, and we got this vacuum freezer. Oh, good, I already named it. Nice. Okay, we just need to say I want to have some of these. So let's say let's do 8, just to start out with. Okay, those are getting sent over to the vacuum freezer. Hopefully, yep, it's going in. It's going in. Oh, it's working. Oh, that is super fast too. Lovely. Now we can come back down here and yeah, it's working. These are going in, and then we have some of this stuff that's going to go into the EBF2 to cook up, and then we'll be able to cool everything. Nice. And of course, anything that we have on here that requires cooling, like this. No, that's the EBF. No, like this. Okay. Chemical bath? I don't think so. We're going to use the vacuum freezer. Oh, and I forgot to add that to the list. That's okay. We can just get rid of that, and yeah, vacuum freezer. Sweet. Okay, I added the vacuum freezer to the list. So we can go ahead and just modify all of these. Oh, this is going to be so cool. So cool. All right, so moving on, we've got the dense R aluminum steel rocket alloy plates, which you have to use Is it bender 9 to get that? Yeah, so we need a bender on 9, and I only have the one blender. I only have the one bender, so I probably should make another one just for 9. Right, bender, we are missing stuff. Oh, you know, I really should automate making these MV machine holes because I tend to be making a lot of stuff in this. So a little tip for all you all, just go ahead, automate it. You're gonna need it. Okay, there's the machine casing. It's just made with 8 plates. An assembler 8, pretty easy. Let's go ahead and just make 16 of those. Okay, then we've got this right here, the machine hull, and it's got 288 millibuckets of polyethylene, a couple of copper cables, and the machine casing. That's just done in any assembler, so we got that good. Let's just make 16 of those too. And now the last thing that we need is the piston. And we didn't make the piston when we were making these things. We made the pump and the motor. I changed that when I went to HV because I make the motor and the pump and the piston. So yeah, I should have done that with the MV, but that's okay. We'll just do it right now. And in fact, I think I'll just stick it right there. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, just like that. And now we're also making gears, the small gears, because we need them for the actual pump here. And that just is made in the assembler, or not the pump, it's the piston. So now we just need to make 16 pistons. And yeah, I think we're good on that front. So now if we go into here, we can actually make the advanced bender because we have all enough of the pieces. So huzzah. Okay, bender done. Perfect. Now we just have to fit it in somewhere. I think we could put it right here where we had the circuit assembler. Now that it's moved into the clean room, it's not ideal. I think I'd like to have something that needed all of this stack, but you know, for now I think it's fine because we're gonna rearrange pretty much everything once we go to A2. Okay, we've got the crate on the back. Packager we could just stick right on top like that. And then the frog can go right here, just like that. And you, my friend, are going to be under 9. Alright, sounds good. Of course, we have to put the conveyor in here to get it to push. Okay, and then of course we have to change the settings to output everything that way. And I think that's it. Oh well, don't forget to change the circuit number. This is bender 9. Alright, bender 9 is born. So now if we go back down here, we've got, let's see, 9 of those, and a bender makes 1 of these. Bender 9, okay. And let's just say we want 16 of those and see what happens. Alright, cool. There we go, they're coming in. Cool. And making dense our aluminum steel rocket alloy plates. Nice. So one thing you should probably think about getting early on is a bunch of helium, because you're gonna need the helium. I had to have a whole bunch of helium for doing the rocket materials, and I didn't have any. And I didn't go the route where you create the gas and you get helium as a byproduct. And so what I do is I went and found some monazite dust, because this you can just extract into helium. So I went, got that, so we have enough helium now. Over here we got the helium plus the rocket alloy dust. We're almost there, not quite. Alright, so I think we're ready for making the cone. We've got everything we need: the stainless steel, the dense aluminum steel rocket alloy plate. That's not something we need. We need liquid polyethylene, which we have over here. We've got HV emitters. So I think it's time we build this. Assembler 2, which is an HV assembler. So I want 1. Let's go look. Chemical reactor. Here it is, the assembler. The rocket nose cone is being built. And it takes 60 seconds, so I guess I didn't have to run over here, but that's cool. Okay, and it is done. Sent over to storage. And there you go. We've got a rocket nose cone. There's our first major part for making a rocket. We got the nose cone. Of course, we do need 16 of the rocket alloy plates, which we also have. So yeah, we're getting there. All right, next thing, I guess the rocket fin. Now, the rocket fin is pretty easy. It's just one of the rocket alloys plus a double stainless steel plate, but it has to be assembled in HV1, and I don't think our assembler is HV. I think it's just MV. But yeah, that's all it takes, just 1 and 1, so it should be pretty easy to do next. So yeah, our assembler on circuit 1 is just this one right here, which means if we're going to want to build rockets, we're going to have to change this over to HV. All right, I did it. I made the assembler into an HV machine. It actually wasn't too difficult to do. All I had to do was come down here and basically take out the copper cable and just fit in a generator just for the HV, and then just gold. It was just a simple replacement. Very easy to do. Just took out the MV, put in the HV. So yeah, if I run into that problem, I'll just do the same thing again. So that means we can say, hey, we need some of these fins. In fact, how many do we need for a rocket? We need 4. Okay, well, one of those in the assembler, which is an HV assembler, so it should work. So I want 4 of those. And let's see it work. Okay, we have the stainless steel plates. We're waiting. Oh, there we go. There we go, rocket fins. All right, there we go. Coming back over to here. It hasn't registered yet, but it will, hopefully, soon. Oh, we're out of stainless steel ingots, that's why. Oh, boo. Yeah, stainless steel ingots take a long time to make. I think it's like 60 seconds. Nope, only 37. But still, that's a long time for me. And yes, I do have this set to 6 stacks, but 6 stacks actually go by pretty fast when you're making a bunch of HV machine parts. Okay, I am sick and waiting for this stainless steel because it takes such a long time. So I want to boost this. I want to make it better. I can't, this is Canthal coil. I can't go up 1 more until I get to the moon. But what I can do is I can replace these MV energy hatches with HV, and then just have some HV generators here. And so that'll at least boost it. Do it at least twice as fast. Problem with that, however, is in order to do that, the HV energy hatches, I could do all this stuff pretty easy. I can even get some sodium potassium. I can mix that together pretty easy. But the thing is the LPIC chip here. To get those, you have to have the Spezertine lens, the orange ones, and I don't have one of those. So we need to make a high temp precision fabricator so we can go ahead and make some of these lenses. This means 2 things. We're going to need the high temp precision fabricator, but also we're going to need some of this slurry here. And the way we get that chemical bath from the dirty stuff, that comes from a liquefaction tower. Now, it's not too difficult to make this, but we haven't done it yet, and we really should, because we need to use it for a bunch of stuff. So let's add that to the list. So the high temp precision fabricator doesn't look too difficult. I think we have almost everything that we need. We just need to make some of these special blocks. Precision sterling silver casings. That's not that big a deal. Alright, there we go. We got everything we need. 1 high temperature precision fabricator. Just gotta put it together. Yeah. Alright. Good, good, good. Okay, there's a bunch of the precision sterling silver casings. Okay, got those just like this. You just take a crucible. Oh, it's not consumed. Okay, so we just need a crucible and take some quartz dust or smoky quartz dust, put it in the arc furnace, and we're good to go. Alright, cool. I have the crucible over here underneath the blast furnace. We're not using this anymore, that's why I disassembled it. So, yeah, let's just grab this real quick then. Grab 5 quartz dust. And we need to send 400 millibuckets of oxygen to the arc furnace. Okay, arc furnace has its oxygen. Put in the crucible, the 5 quartz. And that makes a quartz crucible. Okay. That's not actually that difficult to make. Cool. We've got a little bit of a backlog here for the EBF because we've been doing so much stainless steel. There's a big backlog. Here's the quartz crucible. Don't send it to the arc furnace, send it to me. Alright, one more thing down. Okay, is that everything? I don't think it is. I think we're still missing a couple of things. Yeah, we need the input and output. Oh, there's a ULV output bus. That actually should work because we only have one thing coming out of it. So we'll grab that. Input hatches. We actually have a bunch of input hatches. We only need one, so we're going to just grab that one. What we are going to need is a couple of input buses. And what would be easiest? Honestly, the HV input bus might be the easiest to do because it needs HV machine holes and steel crates versus MV machine holes. Oh, look at that. We actually have some MV machine holes. Well, in that case, I guess we could make some. Just need to have some bronze crates. And of course, 432 polyethylene. I really should automate this, honestly. See, we have machine casings automated. That's right, I automated the MV once. Well, I think we should also automate some of the input stuff, because I don't think we're going to be needing a whole lot of high-end stuff. So MV is probably good enough. So if we go to here, put one there, put one there. Okay, there we go. One of these, 432 polyethylene in the assembler. That should be good. Yep. Let's just say we always want a couple of those on hand. Oh, but the problem is we don't have any bronze crates. That's right. Well, we gotta make some of those then, don't we? Okay, 4 of those. Makes 1 in the assembler. And we should probably have 4 of those at all times. So that'll do. Except we don't have any rods. Here, we have bismuth bronze dust. Could have sworn I had bismuth bronze ingots somewhere. I guess I don't. No bismuth. Okay, then we're gonna have to add some. And I think we'll just add it right here. So we want dust turning into ingots, ingots turning into rods and long rods, and also plates. Getting some long rods made. Okay, once we have 4 of those, we're making crates. And the crates are actually making the MV input buses. All right, cool. And then this is the output bus. And the only difference between the input and the output is the input is on 1 and the output is on 2. Okay, there we go. 1, 432 output bus. This is assembler 2. Check. Just need to set that to 2. And there we go. We should have input and output buses auto-magically made. Okay, I think we've got everything now. I went ahead and crafted a couple of these steel gearbox casings as well. I thought I had everything before, but I was missing that. They're not too difficult to make. Basically just a bunch of steel gears, plates, steel frame, which you just make out of steel rods. Nothing we haven't made before. So made some of those. Now let's go over here. And I was thinking we could put it right here. And let's see, it is a 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 by 5. That's the actual high temp precision fabricator right there. So let's grab that. And we don't want it right up on the edge. So probably want it about here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means the fabricator goes right there. Because 1, 2, 3. Okay, now to make my life easier, I'm just going to grab this terminal here. And with the terminal, if we have everything in our inventory, just shift right click. It'll automatically build everything for me. Not everything's in the place I want it, but at least, wow, that is everything. Okay, cool. It worked. All right, now we just gotta rearrange stuff. Okay, first things first, I think we're gonna put the energy hatches on this side. So, actually, let's plop the maintenance one down since we've got it here. Yeah, I think we'll just put it right in the middle right there. That's good. Now, the energy hatches, we are going to need 2 because it's an HV recipe that we need. So we're going to need both of those. We put the generator in the middle. And if we use an HV generator, then we could just use a transformer, transform the HV power down to MV, and feed both of these at once. And I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I've got a pipe running all the way to here, to the hole that will feed our generator. So if we just take the generator and stick it right on top of here. Beautiful. Oh, except that is so loud. Generator always loud. Quiet you. Okay, we got the transformer here. We can stick that right on top. That. We do have to rotate it so that the one side is sticking down because that's gaining power, and you can provide power out these sides. So we just need a couple of cables going into here and there. So annealed copper. Put that there. Put that there. Don't forget to connect them, or, you know, I think we'll wait. We'll wait to connect those until after we put everything else back together. That'll be fine. Now, if we work out the inputs, there's an input bus there, input hash there. I think since they're pretty big, I think you only need 1 of each. So what we could do is actually have crate, like right there, and then we can just have the item input right there, the fluid input right below it. So bus there, hatch there. I think that's fine. It means we're going to need a packager and a fluid packager. So fluid packager there, regular packager there. Nothing we haven't done before. Means we are going to need a couple of conveyors there, and they should be, yeah, the default export, so that will work. Now we just need to grab frog port and say grab from right there. Okay, good. And this is going to be the high temp precision fabricator. Yeah, I don't think we can. I don't want to type high temperature precision fabricator every time, so that'll be fine. Okay, good. So that's the input solved. The output. Where do we want the output? Could put the output just on the top somewhere, maybe. If we put it right here. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna need. Oh, That's right, we're gonna have to grab it from right here, the output bus. Ultra low voltage output bus. Super, super old school. Yeah. And we're gonna actually make that go this way. Yeah. Because we're gonna need a packager right here. It's gonna be sucking the stuff out of there and then putting it back onto there like that. This is output only. We can do the little trick where the clipboard has storage. Click on it. Very good. It does need to be powered since it's going to be putting stuff out. So let's grab these and I can just stick that on top like that. And that should be the input and output solved. So actually, I think the only thing we have left is to fill in the rest of this with the leftover blocks that we have. And I think once we do that, it should be good. One right there. Aha, there we go. It formed. It is formed, it just needs maintenance. So I'll grab all the usual tools and make sure that we have the wire cutters with us. And there we go. Maintenance fine. Structure formed. I think it's actually done. Now we can hook up power and see if it blows up. It shouldn't, but you never know. Okay, yeah. It's got power. All right, cool. High temp precision fabricator. Done. So now with the high temp precision fabricator done, we need to move on to the liquefaction tower. Okay, now I did make this when we were talking about power generation, but that was in a creative world, so now I have to do it in the actual real world. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Let's see, so we've got the usual hatches and things, the actual liquefaction tower itself, which solid machine casings. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. Pretty easy, of course. But what are the other things? Oh, metal girders. I've made a bunch of those. Copper nickel. Are we going to need copper nickel? Well, there's only one, so whether it's copper nickel or candle, we can do it. It's not too bad. More solid machine casings and steam machine casings. Okay, that's just bronze and bricks. Okay, yeah, this is all stuff that is really easy to make. I don't know why I didn't make this earlier. I really should have. Well, let's gather all the materials and go build it then. All right, I think we have everything now. We've got the liquefaction tower, plus all of the stuff that we're gonna need. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the terminal and liquefaction tower. Let's go. We still have space on this side as well, but let's put the tower here. And the tower itself is just a 3x3. Okay, so it's not really that big. Not a big deal. Okay, so a 3x3 with the control block in the middle. Question is, are we gonna have like multiple liquefaction towers? I mean, we might. I don't know. Let's see how much space do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna put one down. We're just gonna stick one down for now, and space we can always just make more. We can even add more machines up above if we need to. So let's give a little bit of space on the side, and say right there. Or you can put a one forward. Right there. All right, so now if we do this and do the shift click, boom, the tower is not fully done. we're missing some stuff. One flare hatch has to be on top. Did it go on top? It did. Okay, good. Wait, are we really missing that many solid machine casings? Oh, okay, I know what the problem is. Problem is that in here they expect you to have 2 output hatches and 2 input hatches, but I did not. And I think I only have one energy hatch on here too, which means we're going to need 3 more of these solid machine casings. All right, there we go. 4 more of these. Let's see if we can place these and actually have it generate a valid structure. Yes. Okay. That means we can put things where we want them to be. Like, for instance, the energy hatch. Okay, here's the energy hatch. I wouldn't mind having the energy hatch like that. In fact, we could... There's MV power coming out, right? Could just... I'm not using this all the time. We could just snake some cables over here. I even have the cable, so... Yeah, just do this. And bring it over. Snip, snip. Right, so we got the MV energy hatch. Got it going. Maintenance hatch. I don't want that right there. I think I want it on the side here. Yeah. Now we have inputs and outputs. Do we have to have input at the top? I think we might. This is energy hatch, output hatch. So the output has to be on the bottom, input has to be at the top. And in fact, we do have an output hatch right here. That's perfectly fine. The inputs, got input bus, input hatch here. I think we could put it on this side. That'd be fine. But we're gonna do it like this. There we go. Because we're gonna do the exact same thing as we did before with the crate and the frog port and the packagers. So this is the input bus. So it needs packager right there, liquid packager right there. Grab the crate, stick it right there, and of course the conveyors on the sides. And the top, we just need the front port. Okay, let's just I guess stick it right there. That'll be fine. Oh, it can't connect downward. Oh shoot, that's right. Yeah, well, thanks. Well, in that case, can I connect it right there? Yes, that will work. Okay, good. All right, and that is going to be called, what are we calling this? Okay, liquefaction tower? Should we call it a tower? I mean, there's only one liquefaction, so we'll just do liquefaction. I think it's 4. Yeah, program circuit 4 to do this one. At least, actually there's like 42 different recipes for number 4. I guess all the slurries. Dirty slurry. Okay, everything that does a dirty slurry is a 4, so yeah. Liquefaction 4, it is. Let's add it to the clipboard so we don't forget. And of course, down here, we're gonna need another one, only this time we need to put the redstone block down. I'm gonna do that first. Okay, just like that. Packager. Okay, frog, you are gonna go up there. And you are send only. Okay, good. And of course we've got to grab the clipboard, which still says storage. Oh wait, this is the output hatch. That's liquid. That is not gonna work. We actually need a liquid packager. So grab another fluid packager. Okay, now we can put this on. All right, in that case, that means this is not storage. This is going to go to, go over one, liquid storage. All right, done. Okay, the liquid will come out of here, go onto there. In that case, we actually should probably take this frog port and hook it up to the other side. Just because it's going to be going to liquid storage. There we go. Alright, cool. Now, I think that is everything. We can go ahead and finish this off. Right there. Okay. It's got power. It does need maintenance. What kind of maintenance does it need? Okay. The usual stuff. And there we go. Maintenance fine, structure formed. Alright, we've got our distillation tower. Or not distillation, liquefaction. There is a difference. Liquefaction moves from the top down to the bottom, and distillation is actually from the bottom to the top, because you're heating stuff. The air rises. So we've got the liquefaction done. That's good. Okay, so now we're looking back on how we get that spezartine lens. We need the filtered spezartine slurry, which we get in a chemical bath. The dirty stuff, when you get the dirty stuff. You know, I don't think I want to exactly automate this stuff. Yeah. I mean, how much of this stuff do we actually need? Because we only need one of these lenses. We need a bucket. So to get a bucket of the filtered stuff, we got to do this. So we have to have a bucket of the dirty, which means we need one flawless and one regular. Okay, so let's start with just the regular one. Oh, do I not have any spezartine? I don't have any spezartine. That is bizarre. Okay. Comes from spezartine ore or red garnet ore. Oh, the spezartine dust you can electrolyze to get aluminum dust. That's probably why I didn't save any of the crystals. You can use the implosion compressor to get 4 of those back to 3. I don't think we have enough of the dust, though. No, we definitely don't. Alright, well, I guess we gotta go find some spezartine real quick. When this is full, that is why it's not doing anything else. Okay. Great. Just don't grab the hazardous stuff, because that's radioactive and bad. Okay. So spezartine looks like it is around Nice. Or is it nice? Nice, marble, phyllite, quartzite, schist, and slate. I think we've got some of that down south, so we may want to travel down south a bit. Oh, spezartine. Right there. Okay, so we gotta go to right over here. So, right here. We don't want anything to get wet, though, so we should probably... I don't know, if we build it up just a little bit, like this, I think that'd be fine. We'll have a little stand for us to be on. It's good. Miner. Pop it down. As soon as we power it, it should drill down. That's fine. And it's already picking stuff up. Ooh, lead. We are... Oh, there's the spezartine. Yeah, we probably don't need a whole lot of this. Just need some of the spezartine. Okay, spezartine, flawless, and a regular one. I think one of each. Okay, now that needs to go to the distillery. It's the liquefaction 4. So we'll go ahead and send those. Oh, you know what? I didn't set this. Okay, where is it? This you need to set to circuit 4. There we go. Now it's running. Let's... Oh, we've got tons of hydrogen. Let's just send 10 buckets and call it good. There we go. Okay, it's running. Okay, so it's 10 millibuckets a tick. It's not too bad, though. We've got plenty. And it only consumes it 90% of the time. So there's a 10% chance it's not consumed. And wow, this thing is super loud. Okay, yeah, we are gonna muffle you. But yeah, that is pretty cool. It's actually running. we should have gotten some slurry out and sent liquid storage. We have to look for that. Okay, almost done. And there we go. Yeah, it did. It came out, got sent on its way. It should be at the end here. Yeah, dirty spessartine slurry, yeah. This is our catch-all for anything that doesn't have any other place. So yeah, we got a full bucket. I mean, that's what we needed. Which means we can grab our bucket and just grab it. Oh, nice. Okay, now we have to go to the chemical bath and we have to put something else in. Tiny pile of perlite dust. Okay, we're gonna need 10 of those. We don't have any perlite. Well, how do you get the perlite dust? Actually, how do you get perlite dust? Gas pressurizer? Oh, seriously. Yep, looks like we're gonna have to do a gas pressurizer on some obsidian dust to get perlite. Oh, that's an HV gas pressurizer. Okay. Well, fine. One more thing to do. Not a problem. We can do this. Okay, we have all the materials. Don't send it to the liquefaction tower. Send it to us. We can go ahead and build it. Done. Easy peasy. So what else does this gas pressurizer do? So it can turn carbon dioxide into supercritical CO2. Okay, cool. Compressed heliox. Compressed 50-30 twin trimix. Compressed nitrox. Now I think it's the nitrox that you breathe. Oxygen and nitrogen. Yeah, we're gonna need this for our spacesuit anyway. So, I mean, we have to have this gas pressurizer anyway. Make dry ice with it. Oh, that's funny. And of course the perlite dust, which we do need. Blue alloy plated dash foil. I think we're going to need that as well. I don't know exactly what for, but yeah, we're going to need it for something. Okay, so we are going to set this up somewhere. In fact, since this has HV power, I mean, the reason why we're only having so many machines here is because the HV cable can only take 16 amps, but the MV cable can take 48, at least the gold cable can. So we could actually have 48 separate machines running on a single line. So I think what we can do is just maybe build a machine right here next to the assembler, right here, and that'll work just fine. Let's get some materials. Okay, we got a bunch of supplies. We should be able to just go this. Okay, put the gas pressurizer on top. It's got power. And it's set up just like its neighbor. So that should work. And I don't think I have to set a circuit for this one. Problem is, in order to get the perlite, we have to use the gas pressurizer, HE, just fine, no problem. Obsidian dust, we can get that. Steam. We need to have steam. I mean, really? Come on. I don't think I have any way of generating steam right now. I mean, I've got the boiler here, but it's not really doing anything. We've got the water coming in. We don't have anything coming out of here. I guess we could... Oh, hey, look at that. We actually have 8 buckets of steam still in there. I was going to say we could just run it for like a cycle to generate some steam, but I don't even have to. All right, cool. You get obsidian by solidifying lava. I could do that. There you go. Here's the lava. So we can pick that up and go to the fluid solidifier. Yeah, this one right here. And I think it's got, yeah, the block. So we can do this, switch it out, and then pour some of this lava in here just to get, I don't know, a couple of blocks. We got a couple of obsidian, and send those to the macerator. That should be what we need. Okay, so we got a couple of obsidian dusts. Send that to the gas pressurizer. Okay, that is working. It's making the perlite dust. Good. We should attach this to the system, but we're going to do that afterwards. There we go. Upper left corner. That makes into that stuff. Okay, great. So now, what is it? Do we have to go to the chemical bath? Here we go, chemical bath. I think that's what we need. Yeah, chemical bath. The dirty spessartine, it'll turn into clean, or filtered, not clean. That's all right. Okay, so throw some of that in there. And throw the dirty stuff in, and that's working. It's making filtered spessartine slurry. Nice. And that is going to go back to the fluid storage, but it should be collected at the end. We can pick it all up when it's all done. And there we go. Bucket of filtered spessartine slurry. There we go. We got a lazurite rod. We'll use that. Now the other thing's a little more tricky. A worked optical borosilicate blank. Okay, we're going to have to use the artisan table, which we have. We've got this, the optical borosilicate blank. I don't think we have one of these. We need to put in the alloy smelter a cylinder, casting mold, and the actual glass dust. Yeah, that's just 7 glass and a boron in the mixer. Okay, there's our borosilicate glass dust. We just need one of those. Casting mold cylinder, great, we got that. So now we just have to switch this to alloy smelter, and then of course put the stuff in the input bus. That was it. Very, very fast. Alright, there we go. Borosilicate blank. Alright, now we can go to the artisan table. Got the silicate, the sandpaper, the gem saw, and a bunch of flux. Okay, now we just have to make it. Let's see. If I go here, I can favorite that. Okay, well, I mean, it's basically just a gem, so it's kind of a circle-ish thing in the middle. That is absolutely wrong. Whoops. Can I redo that? Okay, good. Ooh, okay, so you're not supposed to take the middle out, you're supposed to take the corners out. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So just take the corners out, and there we go. Work optical borosilicate blank. Okay, so here's the hatch. We just put spessartine stuff in there, and then on top, I can't actually get to it because it's in the way. Okay, great. That's all right. We can get to it through this interface right here. Just go like this, and input bus. Okay, so we get that, and we get that, and oh, it's working. Oh, that is cool. It's got the rod in there, and it's got the slurry. Okay, that is pretty cool. Takes 120 seconds, so it is pretty long. It uses almost 4 amps, about a little over 3.5 at MV. So yeah, it's actually working. Oh, that's cool. It actually switched from a rod to the actual lens now that it's almost done. That is pretty cool animation. And it's done. All right, we can go get our lens. Cool. And there it is, spessartine lens. Well, guys, I think we're going to call that an episode because this one's taken a lot of time and we still have a lot to do, but that's a good stopping point. So we got that fabricator done, the lens, really cool thing here, looked awesome. Well, anyway, to be continued. We'll continue working on our rocket stuff and hopefully get to the moon soon. We'll catch you later. Bye.